following for you tonight. There is a new speaker in the state assembly. Carl Heastie, a Bronx Democrat, becomes the first African-American speaker, taking over for longtime Speaker Sheldon Silver. He resigned, of course, in the face of federal corruption charges.
But not everyone was happy with how he got there, and Capitol correspondent Kimberly Howard asked Heastie about those concerns. She joins us live now with his response and how he plans now to move the assembly forward. Kimberly, what'd you find out?
Well, Liz, Carl Heastie hails from the Bronx, but he does have the entire state in mind. He says that he wants to restore the public's faith in government as a whole, starting first with ethics reform within the chamber that he now heads up.
I declare the Honorable Carl E. Heastie elected to be duly elected Speaker of the New York State Assembly.
Bronx Democrat Carl Heastie makes history as the state's first ever African-American Assembly Speaker.
It is a historic day. It breaks the glass ceiling. I'm a listener, and I like to build consensus.
But the consensus among Assembly Democrats was built behind closed doors. So I asked him, why not have just one public forum, public discussion?
Because it's a representative democracy, and the members of the conference, we had a conference, and we came to a consensus, and then we came and voted publicly.
Although some of Hastie's colleagues admit they weren't pleased with the process.
It's a challenging situation. My preference would have to extend it a little bit further to at least keep the February 10th deadline.
It was very much not made in the public. It was very much deal making behind the scenes. And I think a bit rushed.
Still, Heastie is concentrating on moving the legislature forward. He says he wants to, quote, democratize the chamber, getting away from the idea of 3 men in the room during budget talks.
One of the things that I'm going to do, we're going to have an Office of Ethics and Compliance.
Heastie is also looking to cap the outside income assembly members can earn and reform the per diem system. He says he's not in favor of term limits and would like to see legislators get a pay raise. And as for a longtime, now former Speaker Sheldon Silver, who was forced to give up his post in light of federal corruption charges,
I have complete confidence that Carl Heastie can lead the assembly.
What are your thoughts on transparency going forward, given what's been going on with this?
I think we're very transparent. We have been and we will be.
Silver and Heastie, just like every other assembly speaker in New York in the past 50 years, and that they are from New York City. But Heastie is vowing to do a tour of upstate so he can see firsthand some of the issues in this area. Live at the Capitol, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.